So a lot of the tutorials we've been doing so far has been a lot of beginner stuff, and now we are going to move on into more of the intermediate stuff. This is perfect for those beginners that have been kind of following along with the channel or just been want to kind of kick up your knowledge to that next level. This is what we're going to build today. Just going to focus on a little luxury kind of a look. First we're going to do is do a little Fusion Comp. Just grab your effects, Fusion Comp. Right click into there, open in Fusion. We are going to grab our background, connect it on up. I've actually got the background from the other one because I like the colors of that. So I'm just going to connect that on up. I just copy and pasted it. So all this is a gradient, 2 points, 1 point being black, the other point being just a little off black, but this kind of yellowish tinge to it. That's what gives us that gradient. Next we're going to do is copy this, paste it, connect it on in. Let's make one of those little swooshes. Okay, we're going to right click, go to Insert Tool, go to Mask, Paint. Let's press 1 to get this up in the viewer. Go to our Polyline tool and just start drawing a shape. And I'm clicking and dragging out my Bezier curve here. Just kind of give it some shape. I'm going to zoom on down here, go here, and just kind of finish the shape up and close it. There we go. Go ahead and save that. Now let's just kind of fine tune this shape here. It's kind of wobbly and crooked and kind of nasty looking. So we're just going to smooth things on out here. I think I'll actually bring this guy down. Well, no, I don't want to add a point. We just want to smooth this on out. And you know, this is totally up to you on whatever shape you want to kind of create. So something like that. So let's get this fine-tuned a bit. We're going to go to brush controls. Let's put that to 0.01. And let's take the softness all the way off. We want a nice hard line. Okay, so there's our line. Let's go ahead and copy this and paste that. And we're going to make our little background here. Let's disconnect that, connect this on into there, get a little merge, and merge that on in. Now let's focus on this bad boy. Let's go to Paint and zoom out, select everything, then go to your little paint bucket, and we're just going to fill that on in. There we go. So now we have the merge of those two things together. Let's go ahead and change this color here to grab that color, slide it all the way up here, and there's our outline. Now let's grab a fast noise, do just the regular fast noise. We're going to plug that on in. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So we need to make it quite contrasty. The detail, let's make about there. Contrasty, pop that on up, pop your brights up just a little bit. We just are basically making a matte for this. There you go. Yeah, back to scale back. And that is not animating or anything. So let's go ahead and set the seeth rate just up just a little bit, just to kind of get a little bit of movement out of it. Just one slight movement. Okay, it looks like we're not getting that to pop on through. What's going on here? So disconnect this. It looks like it's plugged into the wrong thing. Yeah, see, it's not even plugged into that. So we're going to plug that into the alpha, plug this into the background alpha, and there we go. Now everything is connected. Let's go ahead and just make this not so contrasty. We don't necessarily want it to be dipping to black in these lines. And let's make this quite a bit thinner. So let's go like 0.002, something like that. How's that looking? That might be a little too thin. 0.005, let's do that. Let's do a space bar and glow. Grab that first one. That one's working pretty good for this. Do that. The glow, we need it just about all the way up. Glow size, we want to make it a lot smaller. Make this smaller. There we go. So I'm holding down Command to just kind of slowly just fine tune that. That's too much. Something like in there. That's looking pretty cool. Okay. So we got that. Let's go ahead and select all this, copy it, and paste it to make our other. This will be our, let's go ahead and put a little transform node. We'll slide this on over. How about this will be our background one, and then this will be our foreground one. Go ahead and merge that on into place. Pop a transform node onto there, slide it on into place. Oh, that's not cut out. What happened there? Oh, you know what it is? Think when we were playing around with something. Okay, so taking a look at this, see how this is not cut out? We got kind of an issue going on with our mats here. This one is full, but this one is cut out the way it should have been. And we just copy and pasted that. So let's take a look. Let's troubleshoot this. So if we go to this, it's on bucket. All we got to do is go to the arrow. Now we can copy that, paste it, connect it on in, and our mat follows along with it. Why that is, I don't know. Let's go ahead and connect this on into there. And there's our duplicate. So now we have 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and take one that's up on top, slide it off a little bit. Something like this. We could change the points and stuff if we wanted. I'm going to just leave them alone. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. See, if we don't have anything selected in here, we actually don't see the controls. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, lasso select that, and bam, we have our controls. Let's just make this, what, 0.01? Something like that. That should be fine. And then let's change the color of this background here. This is our actual line. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit more orangish. That is kind of overkill. Let's back that off just a skosh. There we go. Increase our glow a little bit more. Something like that. Okay, so now what we have is those two lines. And we should be seeing this fast noise moving around. We're just going to kind of click down the timeline. We can see the fast noises moving around, giving us some detail to those lines. Okay, so now the next thing we do, we have this one is up on top. Let's go ahead and lasso all these, move them on up, give us a little bit of room here. Spacebar, drop shadow. Can't really see much of anything, but it's there. We can temporarily do a color corrector on this just so we can see that drop shadow a little bit better. How about we just make the contrast that. There we go. Now we can just see this drop shadow affecting a little bit better. There we go. Something like this. Drop distance. Drop angle. Shadow strength. Just kind of back that off a little bit. There we go. We can just get rid of that temp little corrector there. You can support me today by listening to my music via the links below. Contact me via the Facebook link below to become a sponsor and to get our sponsorship pricing tiers. So we're going to grab this, slide it on over. Our text is just going to go into the middle here. You know, you can go with a nice serify font. I'm a big fan of just something thin. So I got my little din font here. This is something I use all the time because it's actually the font for one of my my employer. not even client. He's my employer. So yeah, this is the font that we use for that. No, you can't have it. Kind of seeing how that is now tucked behind there. That'll be our animation. Let's go ahead and grab another glow. We're just going to copy this one, paste it onto there. Now let's grab this one, paste it onto there, something like that. And then this color, we're going to go kind of towards that orangish kind of a look. Yeah, there we go. So what we can do, bring this, we'll animate this guy. Let's go about 30 frames out. Backspace, slide him on over. There we go. Let's go to 30. Right there is where it's going to settle. We're going to grab our glow size and glow color. We'll have about the glow size intensify from there. Just kind of give it a little contrast. We're going to back up 5 frames. I'm just using my arrows on my keyboard. Just went 5 frames back. We're going to hit the glow on that, go back to this one, and then that is going to go really big and bright. Once again, using that command key, and then we're going to have it just kind of ease off both of those. Just a little bit. So we're just leaving the glow on there, but it's backed off quite a ways. So this is our animation. Come on, there it is. Say hi to everyone. Come on, poke on out. There you go. Yeah, it's like the groundhog. Dude, so like apparently, you know, I think today's Groundhog Day when I'm recording this. And apparently like the groundhog like died like 2 days ago and they couldn't find a replacement for it. So like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, are they able to find this groundhog? Or does that mean we have like an infinite winter? It's like the sound. It's like the day after tomorrow, but the infinite winter. Okay, so that's what we got. Let's go ahead and animate this guy. Have him go like 60 frames out. And this guy too. We'll go back to the beginning. We'll slide him on over. Something like that. We don't have to go all the way out. Slide this guy on over. There we go. So we got those. Now we want to have those lines animate on. So let's go ahead and grab our mask here. And our mask here. Okay. Let's go 60 frames. Maybe even 90 frames. And then we need to select our points. The stroke control, we're going to go there. We're going to drop a keyframe. We're going to do the same on this guy too. Stroke control, drop a keyframe. One's going to go up, one's going to go down. So one's going to go here, and then the other one is going to go here. So here's our animations going up, and then the other one's going down. Okay. So the reason why they're like totally off of time, because the start point of this animation is right here. So this one's got a shorter distance to go here, where the other one's got to go around all around there. So let's remedy that. Pretty easy little fix, actually. It's probably not the most elegant fix, but we'll get there. Okay, so this is the one. Let's go to spline. Let's open that all up. Yeah, before we do this, let's go ahead and just go Command all. Let's grab both of these. Get all these guys here. Okay, Command A, Command F, Command A. Come on now. F to ease those. T. We're going to just kind of do the ease ins. Let's leave the ease out alone. That's fine. That'll kind of smooth out our animations a bit. So this one's coming in like way too, like, that's actually coming in pretty good. Kind of like where that one is. We want this one is the one that we're wanting to kind of work on. So let's grab these. And then we're just going to manually, I'm holding down Shift and then moving to the left just so I can see that coming on in. So let's back up. Just going to single frames so we can see that start of that animation right there. Now we're just going to hold down Shift and slide this. Just slide down over until we see it coming up just the same amount. There we go. So those are now in sync. Not the most elegant way of doing that, but definitely works. We'll have these animations. Let's go ahead and smooth them on out. Control A, Control F. F. Hit your ease in. That'll smooth out that guy. This glow. How about Control A, Control F. And smooth those on in. Something like that. Okay. Let's do that embers thing. It's just the embers thing is like actually really, really easy. Go to our templates. Just open up your effects library. Go to templates. We're going to scroll down. I actually just was kind of turned on to these. I usually don't use templates. Let's go to Fusion templates so we're not scrolling through everything. But in this case with particles, it's kind of my weak spot. Where are embers? There's embers. And that's why I kind of just settled on these, because they do give me some eye candy for the background there. It's not really the eye candy I wanted. If this is paying client, I would be spending time and actually be creating some proper particles. But for a tutorial, you get the quick and easy. You can go on into your particles here. I would, slam this down to like 2.3. We want fewer particles. The velocity, let's go 0.00, 0.15. How's that? Just make some tweaks on things, get your swarm rate down. Pop that down to a 5 just so it's not going so crazy and ambery. See, it's just too fast. I'm just not a big fan of that. One thing I would definitely do is jump on into that preset, go to the glow, and get us more glow to kind of match up with our lines here. Pull down the size a little bit, just kind of get them a little bit more glowy. Stylize it a little bit better into there. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I just about forgot something that was super cool in this. The lens flare. Let's do the lens flare. Let's jump back in. Where should we put that? We're going to close that. We're gonna want that on the top of all this. So let's go to our effects library. Go to templates, fusion, and scroll on down to lens flares. Okay, I think this is it. We're gonna slap that on in. Yes, that is it. So if you open this little group up, then it gives you all the little aspects for it, so we can kind of view each of the items here. I'm just pressing 1 to kind of see what each of those are. I just went in and changed up the size, the angle. We'll slide this on down to here. This is a little too intense, so we're going to bring down the primary strength. We're going to bring down the secondary strength. This one too is also a little intense, so we'll bring down the primary and also the secondary. That's basically what I had going on for that. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click on the animation button of it. And then I just did a manual little animation. There's no tracking or anything here. Just right along that line there. Yeah, so that was the creation of the lens flare. It was just one of the presets here in Fusion. I actually did not even know about those presets. I got all the Sapphire plugins because I was like, wow, man, like Resolve doesn't even have lens flares. Like, it's kind of nice to throw a little eye candy into things here and there and stuff. So I ended up getting Sapphire, which has some really kick butt stuff. I'm going to have to do like a tutorial series just for Sapphire. I'm going to contact up Boris and hit them up. One other thing that I did to this, just real quick, is I just did the angle. Went to the beginning, went to the end, and then shifted it some. And that's this tutorial on motion design with a nice emphasis on luxury look. Up next, we're going to be focusing on the duplicate node, what kind of motion design we can do with that, and what kind of a graphic look we can accomplish with that one too. And lots more tutorials to come. Every week, Wednesday mornings, I release a new tutorial. Come check them out.